discovered apps. This used to be the way to see things, and where Intune is getting the information. This is the piece that's replacing the discovered apps. So it's come to my attention, I use the phrase not for nothing all the time. And someone asked me about this, so I'm going to try to explain for you. I think where it actually comes from is a way to be like, look, this is not that important, but I'm going to say it anyway because I feel like complaining or venting. Not for nothing, a birthday party this size needs at least double the amount of toilets you have here. Or, not for nothing, but I can get this steak at a different restaurant for a third of the price. You might also say, not for nothing, but that's way too many Cheez-Its. Get the point? Steve Weiner here from GetRubix.com, and today we're going to take a look at the all-new Intune app inventory component and talk about how to set it up. Not for nothing, I don't know what was wrong with the original app discovery. I guess someone complained. There I go again. So here we are in Intune. I'm going to look up a device. And oftentimes you want to see what apps are on there. Now, you see if we go to discovered apps, I'm going to click that. This used to be the way to see things. And this would give us pretty much the apps that are being detected on a device. And you'll see all these pre-installed applications. If we scroll up, you can see some things I installed, Azure Monitor Agent, Google Chrome, but not an overabundance of information here. And you've probably also noticed at the top, it says this report is being replaced by the all apps page. You can start using the new page now. So I guess before we talk about why this needs a change, let's talk about what this is. Let's open up PowerShell on the desktop. So if we were to run get WMI object, Win32 installed Win32 program. So this is where Intune is getting the information for discovered apps. Now it might look like a lot. So if we go down to 7-zip, you're getting the name, the vendor, the version, and that's pretty much all you're getting. The rest of it is not really that helpful in terms of having app management. So the idea that it's using that WMI class to get the data isn't great to begin with, but I think what's worse than what it's getting is when it was getting the data. If you've been using Intune, you probably noticed that discovered app information only refreshes every 7 days. And in the IT world, 7 days is like a year. So if you're using that data to make decisions about managing devices, grouping them, targeting, and assignments, it's stale by the time you actually get it. And I think the other biggest problem folks had with discovered apps is it only aggregated apps from the signed-in user, which is fine for a single-use machine, but the minute you start talking about kiosks and shared devices, anything installed by another user would be invisible until that user logged back in. And then you have to wait 7 more days. So I think the fact that Microsoft addressed this is more than reasonable. But let's talk about what was addressed. So before going any further, this is the new all apps page, and there are 2 categories, managed apps and app inventory up here. So let's stick with managed apps for a second. This is everything you're managing with Intune. So you'll notice I have, required apps like Google Chrome, and we have Company Portal, the Monitor Agent, and you can click on these and get their install status, just like you would down here in managed apps. So it kind of takes that away. But now let's look at what we came here to look at, which is app inventory. Now, usually I go through these things and have them enable and test them and kind of show you the aftermath. Well, I've been pretty busy and haven't had an opportunity to go in and turn this on yet. So I figured let's do it together for the first time. I thought about doing this first and, whatever, but let's walk through the steps and then you'll see how easy it is to turn on. And then we'll talk about a lot of the key differences and ultimately why this is going to be better. By looking at this page, it looks like we have to configure this via the properties catalog policies. And that's the same thing we use for device inventory, so that makes sense. Okay, so let's go back to configuration. So devices, configuration, and let's create a new policy. And we'll do Windows 10 and later, properties catalog. And if you're not familiar with this, I'll put a link below. We did a video before to capture device data with this, and that's when Intune introduced the device inventory feature. So it's similar to that. So let's call this app inventory. And let's add a property. So there we go, application properties. Now look at all this data we're gonna get. I think this is really cool. We're just gonna click application properties, and there's some you can't turn off, like app name, app version. But if you wanted to, you can get rid of the install time, estimated byte size, you can get rid of the languages, platform specific app ID. But to be honest with you, I'm gonna leave this all on because I want all this data right here. So this is collecting 16 unique properties, and I want them. So let's hit select. And if you take a look here, you'll notice, remember I said 7 days. Well, this is telling us it's refreshing every 24 hours, but it's even a little bit better than that, and I'll tell you in a minute. So let's just go get this assigned. I want all devices because there's no situation where I don't want to collect the data. So let's create this and push it out. All right, so now if the policy is pushed to the device, it has to sync. If I go to app inventory, it's going to tell me it could take up to 24 hours to get the data initially. So the bad news is the first sync might take 24 hours, but the good news is you're going to get a two-parter this week where we come back and look at the result. But before that, let's talk about some of the things we can expect from this and why we should care. Well, under the hood, this is running on the MMPC, which is the Microsoft Managed Platform Cloud. And just like the other inventory service, it's using the device inventory agent. Well, why do we care about this? Because it can run multiple times a day because it's not operating on the standard MDM check-in channel. It's operating under its own thing, basically, to get this inventory data to you. So we're going to have much more accurate data, and we're going to have it faster. The data is also going to be richer. Instead of just the app name and the version, we're going to have install path, uninstall path, install date, architecture of the app, the scope, whether it's machine-wide or a user install, the estimated size on the disk. I mean, these are all the things we want to know for remediation, especially being able to get the uninstall command remotely. I think that's going to be massive. So I'm waiting for my virtual machines to sync. And while we're doing that, let's go take a look here. So we're going to go to the registry, and let's start by going to HKLM, software, Microsoft, device inventory. You'll have this here. And if you take a look at reports, those are all the values we selected. There should be 16 of them, right? Platform specified, install scope username. So this is where the policy comes from. And just so you know, what it's collecting is it's actually doing a sweep, kind of what we would do, right? So it's going to sweep 3 places. It's going to sweep Microsoft, Windows, current version, uninstall. And it's going to sweep all these apps here. If it finds an app, it's going to pull the uninstall string, the install date, install location, right? All this stuff that we asked it to go pull. And it's going to look there. And it's also going to look in the, 6432 node. So it'll get additional apps there. It'll even look in the current user SID. If we do software, Microsoft Windows, current version, and then we look in that uninstall, it'll get apps there as well. Here it's just OneDrive. And if you really want to get curious, you can go look in the file explorer. We could do program files, Microsoft device inventory agent. This is the inventory service. That's fine. I'll give myself permission. And there you go. That's the executable that's basically harvesting the information based on that policy. Now, of course, with everything, there's downsides to it, right? The information you got from discovered apps was available through the Microsoft Graph API if you wanted to pull it via some custom scripting or reporting. That's not the case here. The information from App Inventory is only available in the portal. Now, I've read some things online that they might be expanding that soon, but for now, no graph. Platform coverage, discovered apps spans all platforms. App Inventory right now is just general availability for Windows 11. So keep that in mind. And the device has to be Entra or Hybrid Join, which it should be anyway. That's not really a big deal. And you have more control over it, which is good and bad. So it's not on by default. You have to set that policy up. And if you delete that policy and it stops running on the machines, that data is only retained for up to 28 days. So it doesn't come out of the box anymore. But I think it's a good trade-off to get better data. I'm interested in what you think about it, right? Let me know in the comments, hop into the Discord, and we'll be seeing you.